My name is Rena. I was diagnosed with breast cancer when I was 38 years old. Actually found out on my wedding anniversary. I am 15 years clear of breast cancer. And my cancer was due, how I found my cancer, it was due to an injury. Me and my husband attended a certain church, and he wanted me to go to another church because he played drums at. I didn't want to go, and I was like, I don't want to go. I want to go to my own church. So thank God that I did, because when we were packing up his drum equipment, I fell down some stairs of the stairs of the church. Days later, a lump developed on my left breast. Didn't think anything of it. I thought maybe it was the injury from one of the parts of the equipment that I was holding for him. Weeks went by, it started growing. It grew so big that it seemed like it was like a third boob. So I started wearing layered clothes up under my scrubs to try to hide it, because you could see it protruding through my clothes. From then on, I was scheduled for surgery. So when I went into surgery, I woke up to my husband and my doctor in tears. And I was wondering what was wrong. I was like, what's wrong with y'all? Never expected anything. And my husband told me, he was like, hon, you were diagnosed, you have breast cancer. And I was like, no, I'm thinking I'm under anesthesia, joking, like, okay, I'm still sleepy, no problem. But the doctor nodded his head. And he said, I sent it to pathology while you were still under, and it's stage 3. So from then on, I ended up having lymph nodes removed on the same side to make sure there was no cancer spreaded into the lymph nodes. Started my treatment in November. So I fell in September, found out November 25th, 2009, I had breast cancer, and started my treatment from there. My surgeon treated me as if I was his child and got me to the best oncologist. I started my treatment. I had 6 months of chemo, I think 4 months of radiation, and it was surprising. I wasn't really nervous or scared. My family was. They would cry thinking I was gonna die. Like, when I told them, hey, this is what I have, but I had a great support system. Friends, church members, family would come down, prepare meals, help clean up around the house. I had 2 kids at the time, both of my boys at the time, and I had a great support system. I can't complain about that. And in return, because that happened, I return the favor to those that I know that are suffering from breast cancer, and I try to help them in any way they can with doctor's appointments. Even when you're feeling nauseous, sour candy help for me, little tidbits like that. So I still help out any way that I can. I was tested for the BRCA1, BRCA2 test, came back negative. So the frustrating part with me is I have no idea where my cancer came from. So I don't know. I did not have regular mammograms at the time. I was 38, so I think 40 was the age that I was supposed to have had them. But now my doctor, I still go every 6 months. I have mammograms. I have breast ultrasounds, breast MRIs now. They started that, and that's every 6 months. And I follow up with my oncologist every 6 months. No, I didn't have a mastectomy. I had a lumpectomy, and I had lymph nodes removed to test those. That's it. That was a motto that I would keep up with to my family members and my husband, because he would tear up about breast cancer, me having breast cancer when he found out. And anytime I had to display it with the family members and they would tear up, I would say KIM, which was keep it moving. And then there were times there was a time I broke down, and my husband came over and sat on the bed next to me, and he wrote KIM on a piece of paper. I said, who is Kim? And he was like, no, keep it moving. I said, oh, my bad. One takeaway that I could give as far as advice, because mine was injury related, still do self-breast exams. I was doing that. I was not at the age to receive ultrasound, so that's how I found mine based on the injury. The one thing that I remember a lot of patients, because I worked at a general office, a general surgeon's office, one thing I remember them stating that, oh, if it hurts, it's not cancer. That's a myth. That's not truth. So always get it checked out, whether it hurts or not. If it's a lump, get it checked out. And the best the best preventative method for me is early detection. So once you detect something, you go and you get it checked out. And if you can, help be a support system to anyone who's going through it, because you have a lot of women who have no one. They don't have family members here in the area or anything like that. So if you can help out in any way you can, even just by a conversation, You never know how it's very helpful to someone who's going through having breast cancer.